Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Gemma and today it's Booky Bank time. So if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. I'm not a complete maniac all of the time, but this is my attempt at curbing my reading. So basically, I need to read books in order to haul them is the general premise. It's not working out great because the red ones that you might be able to see in there, they're IOUs. But basically, if I read 2 physical books, I get a token and I can buy 1 physical book. This way, my TBR will reduce to something that isn't quite so ridiculous. The same for audiobooks, and I have to do 3 ebooks to get 1 token because that TBR, let's just not even talk about it. So, how did we get on in January? Also, apologies, this is coming so late on in February. It's been a busy month and there's been a lot of content stuff that needed to take priority. So I'm coming to you now, towards the end of February, and we're just gonna roll with it because we're very chill and relaxed on this channel. So, what did I read? Physical book wise, I read 2. I read Ghostly Tales, which is an anthology of short stories by Victorian authors and illustrated by Bill Bragg. And I read Immune by Philip Detmer. So, 2 physical books off the TBR, which means 1 physical token, which technically is pink. However, I am aware that I am in arrears. So, we'll take out one of these that has a P on it for physical. And we're 1 less in debt. Ebook wise, I actually did quite well. So I read Naughts and Crosses by Malorie Blackman, Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, Record of a Spaceborn Few by Becky Chambers, We Should All Be Feminists by Chimimanda and Ngozi Adiche, and I was carrying 2 books from last month, which is a total of 6, which means I get 2 tokens. Again, I know that some of these red ones are for ebooks, so let me just let me see what the situation is. No, that's a physical one. That's a physical one. That's a physical one. Ebook. So that can come out, and that can come out. Lovely. So, just for clarity, I now have 3 physical IOUs and 1 EIOU. That's still quite a lot. But it's fine. It's fine. And then audio-wise, I was actually in credit, so the yellow one means I could buy an audiobook. And I also read 3 audiobooks off of my owned audio TBR. I read A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki, Mayflies by Andrew O'Hagan, and Immune by Philip Detmer. So I did a half audio, half physical thing with Immune. And so I actually get another yellow token. The other thing I said I was going to do this year, starting in January, was to give myself a free token every time I ran a total of 10 kilometres. Not in one go, because, yeah, we'll get there one day, maybe. But collectively, cumulatively. However, that also didn't go super well. So the first 2 weeks went really well, and then I got really busy. And I have realised that I just need to man up, and I'm going to have to run in the dark because that's the only time I have free when my children are asleep and all the work is done. And yeah, so I'm just going to have to man up and run in the dark. However, it took me a while to come to this conclusion, so I basically didn't run for 2 weeks. So I only ran 13 kilometres in January total, which means I only get to remove 1. I only get 1 token for that, and we're so in arrears, we're going to take a physical one out. Okay? So, it's still not looking great. I've still got 3 IOUs in there, but I can buy 2 audiobooks, in theory, depending on what I purchased in January. So let's talk about that, shall we? So, physical books. Originally I wasn't going to count these, but I really think I should. And they are my Shelterbox Book Club books. So the book for January was War Gardens by Lalage Snow, A Journey Through Conflict in Search of Calm. And this is written by a journalist who sort of travelled through various war-torn countries to look for some of the more positive things that happen in those countries. And so it sounds really good. I really do want to get to it. Lovely little non-fiction. And yeah, I will let you know when I get to it. But I am going to add a token because technically I do buy them. I pay the subscription and the books come. So me pretending that I haven't bought these books is just denial. And so unfortunately that means another physical IOU goes back in the Booky bank. One day I'm going to get out of the red, I promise. Ebooks. This also went quite badly. So I picked up The Gifts by Liz Hyder. I can't remember what this is about, but I know that Jennifer loves books, really highly recommended it, and it did sound like one of those books that we would both like. There aren't many of them, but I think this is going to be one of them. And so let's just put another ebook IOU in the pot. And then I also picked up Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin because I thought it could possibly get longlisted for the Women's Prize, and maybe it will. And the other one I picked up was Ulysses by James Joyce. So I need a pen. So there is a story behind that, and that is that me and Alice are going to be reading Ulysses next year against her wishes. She's very excited. Very excited. It could take us all year. But we're adding another one. So I'm ready for 2024. I'm not sure I really needed to buy it in February 2023, given my current state of Booky Bank arrears. However, I did. So we're just going to skip past that. And then audiobooks, I bought 2. So I bought Mayflies and Immune, which I did read both of those, listen to both of those in January. But it does mean that I have to take 2 tokens out because it's 2 for 1. So now I have no colourful tokens, only red danger tokens in there. So that's what I bought. That's what I read. It's not looking good. Need to improve next month. Also, just while we're here, I did get gifted 2 books by the lovely Emily at Novel Novels. So I will just talk about those quickly here. They were a belated birthday present, and my birthday is in December, so it's really nice to be able to open a present outside of December. That literally, like Mother's Day is the only other time that happens. Anyway, the lovely Emily bought for me The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. I have read The Woman in White many moons ago, and I don't remember loving it. I thought it was pretty average, but I was quite young. Classics, you know, sometimes they're better if you're a bit more mature, a bit more pickled, maybe. So yeah, I would really like to get to The Moonstone because I know that a lot of people have been raving about this. A lot of people have picked this up for October in the last couple of years, so a perfect addition to my bookshelf. And the other one she purchased for me was What Lies Beyond the Veil by Harper L. Wood, and this is a fantasy, sort of fae, inclusive of fae. Not quite sure. Fantasy books I find it very difficult to summarise, especially from the blurb. So it is a fae fantasy book, and I will let you know. But what a pretty cover. So yes, thank you very much, Emily. And so that is it. So not too much to talk about this month, but I yet again bought more books than I read. March is going to be a better month, apart from the fact that it's the Women's Prize. I'm sure it'll be better. Okay. If you are interested in seeing all of the other books that are on my audio TBR, I will leave that video here, and I will catch you very soon with another one. Bye, guys.